It's 21 minutes after 3, and we have a huge treat for you here today because we have Ashley Campbell and Thor Jensen live in studio with us. And if it's okay with you guys, I would love to hear one of my favourite Glen Campbell songs of all time, if that's okay. Gentle on My Mind is one of my favourites, and I would love to hear it live in studio.
That's one of my favourite songs too. Thank you.
Okay, take it away. It's Gentle on My Mind.
All right.
It's knowing that your door is always open and your path is free to walk. That makes me tend to leave my sleeping bag rolled up and stashed behind your couch. And it's knowing I'm not shackled by forgotten words and bonds and ink stains that have dried upon some line. That keeps you in the back roads by the rivers of my memory, keeps you ever gentle on my mind. It's not clinging to the rocks and ivy planted on their columns now that binds me, or something that somebody said because they thought we fit together walking. It's just knowing that the world will not be cursing or forgiving when I walk along some railroad track and find that you're moving on the back roads by the rivers of my memory. For hours you're just gentle on my mind. Though the wheat fields and the clotheslines and the junkyards and the highways come between us, some other woman's crying to her mother 'cause she turned and I was gone. I still might run in silence, tears of joy might stain my face, and a summer sun might burn me till I'm blind. But not to where I cannot see you walking on the back roads by the rivers flowing gentle on my mind. I dip my cup of soup back from the gurgling, crackling cauldron in some train yard. My beard a ruffling coal pile and a dirty hat pulled low across my face. Through captains round a tin can, I pretend to hold you to my breast and find that you're waving from the back roads by the rivers of my memory, ever smiling, ever gentle on my mind. You're gentle on my mind. You're gentle on my
Yeah, Gentle on My Mind. Absolutely love that. And Thor, I must apologise because I did say at the top of the interview that you are one of the finest guitar players in the world, but also an incredible singer. So apologies on that one, brilliant. And your new Loudon is serving you very well over there. Some beautiful picking. That was beautiful. And as I mentioned, one of my favourite songs. And of course, Ashley, you are an incredible artist in your own right, but you're also always going to be Glen Campbell's daughter, which is, I'm sure, a fact that you're incredibly proud of. What was it like growing up having Glen Campbell as your father?
Well, you're right. I'm very proud to be Glen's daughter, and he was such a wonderful father to me and musical mentor. But I guess I don't know what it's like to grow up not as Glen Campbell's daughter, but I feel like my mom and dad, my mom Kim and my dad, raised us to, me and my brothers, raised us to be pretty grounded. You know, we were raised kind of away from the entertainment industry in Phoenix, Arizona,
Yes.
which was intentional, and my dad liked it because he hated being cold, so you're never cold in Arizona. And yeah, we had a very loving family, and always around music, always watching my dad do shows. It was pretty special.
Yeah, and then of course you joined him on the road, and you did a tour in Ireland here. Did you realise or just how popular he was over here and still is to this day?
I did, yeah. It was such a privilege to be able to tour with my dad all over the UK and Ireland. We even went to Australia and New Zealand, and of course all over the US. But coming over to Ireland, I mean, it felt like they had accepted him. You'd accepted him as your own, and the music, means so much to people, and it's so cool to be seeing that even today. Just the love pouring out for my dad and the music he created.
And now we're accepting you as one of our own as well, so you're very welcome. And you know, obviously your talent is clear to be seen to everyone who listens to your music, watches you. Was it ever a thing that, you know, not held you back, but was it ever hard to be seen as an artist in your own right, starting out, obviously having such a global superstar in your family?
I mean, I get asked that question a lot, because there's a lot of famous music figures, children trying to be an artist themselves these days, and I find that it's more of a help than a hindrance, as long as you have the goods to back it up. Yeah. You know, my dad used to say sometimes it's who you know that gets you in the door. It's what you know that keeps you in the door. Yeah,
and you've had some lovely recordings out over the last number of years, and now this brand new album, which is called Turtle Cottage, is out. And where's it available from?
Oh gosh, we're still pretty small fry operation, but
I have one that I'm selling for 50 euros.
We're selling them at our shows. We've got CDs and vinyl now. Yeah, and we've got.
Yeah, soon enough they'll be for sale on our website.
We're trying to figure out how to get them distributed from website sales. So yeah, we might have just, you know, ask our manager to do it from his house.
And speaking of shows, you've got one coming up tomorrow night in the Ingraining Theatre here in Letterkenny with the lovely Sandy Kelly, and I know you've been on her tour for the last few weeks.
That's right. Sandy's son, Willie, who lives in Sligo as well, is actually our agent. He's our booking agent. So Willie asked us to help out and be a part of Sandy's band for her tour, her first tour in 30 years. And she is just the most lovely lady. So we're pleased to be able to be playing music with her and supporting her and making her look freaking awesome.
And you've hit the nail on the head. That's exactly what she is. She's an awesome person, an awesome artist, and she's achieved so much throughout her life as well. You know, all those big recordings with Willie Nelson and Johnny Cash, and one with your father as well. And I think the show it's going down a bomb all across the country, and it really is a show worth seeing, isn't it?
Yeah, sorry, I keep talking. It's just so cool because she's so welcoming of us members of her band, you know, because we're all artists in our own right. You know, another person in the band, Niall McCabe, is another of Willie's artists. Yeah. Niall is an incredible singer-songwriter and guitar player, and he's just the loveliest guy as well. So we've all been bonding over Guinness or Guinea. And Sandy is featuring us in our show, so she's giving us a chance to maybe gain new fans and to promote our upcoming tours as well. So it's just it feels very much like a traveling road show, you know?
And that's going to be such a treat tomorrow night in the Ingraining Theatre. You're going to have Sandy Kelly, Ashley Campbell, Thor Jensen, and
Niall McCabe
all on the one stage, like a variety show. So go along and see that. Thor, you are a New York man, yes?
I am.
And how does one come together with Ashley Campbell and form this now beautiful relationship, both on and off stage, I'm going to say?
Well, by birth, I'm a New York man, but I lived in Nashville.
Okay.
So I met Ashley after moving there a few years ago, and met her very quickly. I had just moved to town maybe 2 weeks, and she was looking for someone to teach her a very specific style of guitar, doing the typical Reinhardt gypsy jazz, which is what I did for a long time. And
which is really specialized too. It's not that common, I'm going to say, is it?
Which is why I wanted a teacher to teach me that, because just listening to it, you're gonna sound maybe a little bit like it, but there's a way to do it. You know?
And only the first 30 years of it are hard, so you're fine after that.
Well, you many years, 29 and a half to go then, and you're going to have it mastered, are you?
Yeah, right.
Listen, thank you so much for dropping in to see us today. It's been great to have you both in studio. And check out their shows, Campbell Jensen live in Kilcar, Derry. Does anyone know the dates of those shows?
April 12th in Derry and April 13th in Kilcar.
Yep.
Do go and see it. What a musical treat that is going to be. And of course, they play the Ingraining Theatre alongside Sandy Kelly and her big tour, her first in 30 years, tomorrow night in the Ingraining Theatre. You're not going to want to miss it. I would love to hear another song, another Thor Jensen song. I would love to hear that before we finish.
Yeah, Thor's going to sing lead on this one.
It's a pleasure.
Okay, take it away.
Let me just make sure. There we go. Close enough.
Here we go. Hold me close, hold me near. Only you can quell my fears of living a long time without you by my side. I've said it once and I will say it again. I've said it to every one of my friends that if I'm gonna live a long time, I want you by my side.
Baby, baby, please don't go. You know you wanna stick around for the show.
I will show you how much I really care. I will build you a home, I'll take you anywhere. 'Cause if I'm gonna live a long time, I want you by my side.
Without you, I'd be so lonely. Only living off the very thought of waking up in the morning light after holding you through the night. That's a good life. That's a good life for me.
Stick with me, stick around. I'm no fool by what I found. 'Cause if I'm gonna live a long time, I want you by my side.
Without you, I'd be so lonely. Only living off the very thought of waking up in the morning light after holding you through the night. That's a good life. That's a good life for me. Hold me close, hold me near. Only you can quell my fears of living a long time without you by my side. Without you by my side. Without you by my side.
Yeah, Thor Jensen. Jensen and Ashley Campbell live in studio. Thank you so much for taking the time to come in today.
Thank you so much for having us.
And enjoy your stay in beautiful Donegal. You're welcome here anytime. And have a great night in the Ingraining Theatre tomorrow night alongside Sandy.
Thank you.
There you go. Thank you very much. Back with you after these.
The Job Spot on Highland Radio.